My name's Carrie-Anne Lightly. I'm a writer, speaker and content creator specialising in accessible travel. I'm really passionate about authentic representation of disabled people's travel experiences. Today we're in the Grant Arms Hotel in Granttown-on-Spey, and I'm up here to stay in the hotel, stay in the accessible room, do a bit of a review, and then later on today we're going to be heading over to the Cairngorm Mountain train, which is the only accessible mountain train in the UK. So I'm really excited to try that out, explore that area, and hopefully to be in an environment that would normally be kind of out of bounds or out of reach for many disabled people. I think it's really important to remember that what good looks like is different for every disabled person. If you've met one disabled person, you've met one disabled person, and even two wheelchair users can have very different needs. For me, good looks like being able to have accessible parking, step-free access throughout, whether that's level or with ramps or lifts. And also to be able to feel like I am holidaying somewhere that's nice and luxurious. I think quite often accessible rooms can feel or look clinical, and nobody wants to feel like they're holidaying in a hospital. So I think it's really important to note that physical access is absolutely the most important thing. I need to be able to get through the door, but also how it feels.
We have 51 bedrooms, and some of these bedrooms were just perfect for being adapted as disabled bedrooms. So my advice is, if the layout of your hotel allows it, just make one of your bedrooms accessible for wheelchair user, and it will make such a big difference to this one guest. You will also increase the reputation of your hotel. More people will know of you just because you may be able to accommodate this one person.
I think another really important factor is feeling welcome. And I think there's lots of different things that feed into that. It can be staff training. It's also about your marketing and comms. I want to see myself represented in the communication that you put out. If you're depicting disabled people in your marketing, it shows us that our customer is welcomed and valued. Stating on your website or your marketing materials that you're fully accessible is not helpful. There's no meaning to that term, and really the detailed information is what disabled people need to find out if they can access a venue or not.
The most recent change we made was the introduction of Sensory Sundays. It is an adjusted morning session that runs once a month, every month, where we adjust the building in its lighting, its noise levels, and we adjust capacity to ensure a smoother visit for people with sensory needs or anyone who just prefers a quieter time. A lot of the changes we made came directly from visitor feedback, whether that was negative or positive, and we wanted to just ensure we are doing what we can.
So I found the sensory session really good for both my boys, particularly Sam. It was nice and quiet, and I would say they could get onto things without being really, really busy. The things that would welcome me to a venue is a warm welcome from staff, having staff dotted around the place so that you could ask questions if you needed to ask questions, and also having lots of information on display on the walls. My message to businesses would be to advertise that they're doing sensory sessions, because for families like us it would just make us feel more included and listened to, because I could actually bring my children to something like this when it's quieter.
I'm Anne Fallon. I've got severe hearing loss. You can't actually tell when you look at me because it's one of these hidden disabilities. I'm so delighted when any business or venue has actually obviously given thought to the fact that without a doubt some of the people that are coming through their door will have hearing loss. If, for example, I see that they've got a symbol for an induction loop at their reception desk and it's working, I'm laughing because that is often not the case, and that's often because people have what looks like hearing-friendly approaches, but they've not got the staff training. You know, it's really just good communication, front-facing. You can't expect somebody with a hearing loss to say, oh, before we start, you need to know I've got a hearing loss. We don't necessarily want to reveal ourselves like that, but as a sort of basic good communication tactic, just assume everybody's got a hearing loss. If I'm going to go anywhere, I'm going to check it out before I go. And I will undoubtedly go on the website and I will be looking to see if you're a hearing-friendly place. I want to see it within minutes of looking at your website. I want you to be boasting almost that you are an inclusive crowd and you welcome people. I want to see how can I get in touch with you. I don't just want one of these blooming forms that you fill in online and then sometimes nobody gets back to you. I want to have an email address or even a text, I suppose. All these people who have got out of the habit of being social tempt us back in. There's an awful lot of us and it's definitely worthwhile for you, worthwhile for us. So let us know what you're offering. Be very upfront about your accessibility approach.
In terms of visitor experience, we always think about people with the journey starting from perhaps they've never heard of us, they're planning their visit, to the journey of being on site and enjoying their time here. So thinking about the kind of initial research that people would do, we've got an accessibility statement that we put together and is accessible on our website. So that details all the kind of infrastructure that we have here and some things that people might need to be aware of when planning their visit. We're always reviewing it as time goes on because obviously things change and we like to add and improve things as well. So the accessibility statement is an evolving document. It's kind of a common thing with the team here that we get a lot of positive feedback about our toilets, which genuinely is such a joy to hear because they're such an important part of people's visit here. We get people coming that say that perhaps they couldn't visit if we didn't have the facilities that we have here. And we've really noticed that it's a place that all members of the family can come. And for me, as a visitor experience manager, it's really lovely to see that everyone can be included on a visit here.
The railway reopened in February 2025 and since then we've been focusing on improving the overall visitor experience, specifically working on our customer service and our ability to accommodate visitors with accessibility requirements.
I've never experienced anything like it before, really new experience for me, but the access was great, really helpful. Driver that got the ramps down helped me to get on, loads of space in the carriage for me to turn and get comfortable, and then literally a front seat view coming up the mountain, incredible.
We understand how beneficial these experiences can be for the accessible market. The whole team at Cairngorm Mountain take great pride in our ability to support visitors like Carrie-Anne and share this beautiful place that we have the privilege to work in with them.
It feels very freeing. There's a very kind of different feeling for me, I suppose. There's a bit of novelty to this because it's not easy for me to get up a mountain. I wouldn't normally be able to have this kind of view where I can take in all of the landscape, and so that's really important to me. Like being out in the countryside and like grounding myself in that way is really important to me. So it's amazing to have an opportunity to do that with such an incredible view.